with her little friends there. This weekend, more than 1,300 fast food workers from across the country gathered in Villa Park, Illinois.
Yep, while there, the group voted to use nonviolent civil disobedience in order to get two demands. First, $15 an hour pay and the right to unionize. They are comparing these efforts to the civil rights movement.
Here to tell us more, Charles Payne from the Fox Business Network. To compare it to the civil rights movement seems insulting.
It really is insulting. It's beyond the pale. And here's one of these things that insults almost everybody. I mean, obviously it would insult anyone who was involved in the civil rights movement. And also the workers, because essentially, I guess what you're saying to these workers is you were born this way in a position where you can never better yourself. You can never get an education. You can never work on the side. You can never have the knowledge. You can never go out there and pull your money together and start a business. You are stuck in this because somehow you were born with deficiencies that you'll only have a certain skill set, the minimum skill set. So at the very least, what we can do, because we're so nice and, you know, we are the union after all, we'll find a way to at least get you some more money, because obviously you're stuck because you were born in this situation.
Right. Well, they actually said we're determined to win for our children and ourselves. Together we build a better future. We're ready to engage in nonviolent direct action if necessary to make larger corporations hear us. We stand on the shoulders of movements of the past that have transformed America.
Yeah, it's extraordinarily insulting. And, you know, what about the small businesses that are out there? Most restaurants fail. Most restaurants don't even work. You know, they go out of business. They work on very thin margins. Most of these people pull their money together after saving it for years. They borrow from friends and family, and then they have the prospect of a 50% chance of not making it. On top of that, we're getting these ideas now. Part-time workers should have certain rights. Union workers, I mean, these restaurant workers and minimum wage workers, somehow their civil rights are being
trampled on.
Whatever happened to the country that talked about the maximum? You know, like sky's the limit. We are quibbling over things where it's just really about creating divisiveness. It's not an economic solution to anything. And by the way, it still would be the minimum wage. And I think people out there want to think about maximum, how they can maximize their lives.
And here are the states that have increased the minimum wage from 7 to 10.10: Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, Vermont, Connecticut, and Washington, D.C.
Well, if you're talking $15, most people watching this show, but their actual household median income is the same as it was in 1989.
Right.
And these are people that work higher than minimum wage jobs. You're talking about doubling the salary for the lowest skill sets out there. You're talking about really encouraging people or enabling people not to better themselves. Hey, why should I go to college at night if I'm going to get a raise from $7 to $15? If this becomes a civil rights issue and I can always go and demand more, what we're really talking about, guys, and I say this all the time, there are people in this country who are trying to create a utopian welfare society. It's very expensive, and they've got to attack corporate balance sheets to make it work.
When do we watch Charles Payne in action?
6 p.m. every night on the Fox Business Network.
He's making money.
That's right.
Charles Payne, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we got him up early just for us. Meanwhile,